Hey, what's up, and welcome into WCSN's coverage of ASU football. I'm Chaz Frazier alongside Jack Harris. Jack, the wait is finally over. Less than 3 days, and the Sun Devils will host the New Mexico State Aggies in Tempe, Arizona. How do you feel college football is back, man?
Yeah, it was a long summer. It's good to have ASU football back. It's going to be good to be back at Sun Devil Stadium on Thursday. Can't wait for it.
Let's talk some football now. So the Week 1 depth chart came out today, Jack, and Manny Wilkins was named the starting quarterback. Was that the right move for this coaching staff?
Yeah, I really think it is. You know, head coach Todd Graham probably needs 6 wins to keep his job this year, and simply Manny Wilkins gives him the best chance for that. Why? Because Manny Wilkins had 2,300 passing yards last year. Manny Wilkins had more touchdowns than he had interceptions. His competitor, Blake Barnett, has only thrown 19 passes in his college football career. Wilkins is the guy who has the locker room. He has head coach Todd Graham's trust. He has the leadership, and he's the guy who they're going to count on to try to get to bowl eligibility this season.
You've been around the team all spring long, and you've been watching this quarterback battle closely. We know Blake's not going to give up. So how long does Manny keep his job under center?
I think he'll at least get the first 3 non-conference games for sure, and I think he'll play well in those 3 non-conference games because they don't play very good defenses, especially that last game against Texas Tech. After that, though, it's anybody's guess. They got to play Washington, Oregon, and Stanford right off the bat in Pac-12 play. Those are some tough teams and some tough defenses. If he struggles, it opens the door for Blake Barnett to come in and play. It's going to take some really, really bad play, though, from Wilkins to lose that job. He has the trust of head coach Todd Graham, and as long as he has that, he's going to be the one under center.
Let's flip-flop to the defensive side of things. This is a team that has to fill some holes. They're void of Kareem Moore and Amon Perry. So how do you assess them going into this season opener in less than 3 days?
Yeah, well, all the holes, as you mentioned, are in that secondary. They're going to have 4 new starters back there, 2 of whom weren't even with the program a season ago. Defensive coordinator Phil Bennett said it was like starting ground zero trying to rebuild that group this preseason. He's happy with what they've done. He thinks that there's a lot of physicality back there, especially with the safety duo of Desmond Tautalatasi and Chad Adams. But there's going to be growing pains in coverage. There's just no way around it. The good news is on the front 7, they're very, very good. You have a guy like Karan Crump at the devil backer position who says he wants 24 sacks this season. He had 9 last year, but he's added speed to his game. He's added physicality to his game. And then on the defensive line, they moved JoJo Wicker from defensive end inside to nose tackle. It's allowed Alani Latu to play out on the edge. He's a guy who can get in the backfield as well. And I think the rush defense will be better, which is key because this season they play 3 of college football's active top 10 rushing leaders, including this Thursday against Larry Rose of New Mexico State.
We just acquainted our viewers with the Sun Devils, the quarterback battle, the defensive side of things. Now let's flip it over to our opponent. What do they bring to the table?
Well, with New Mexico State, like I mentioned, Larry Rose, a very dynamic running back. Some people are picking him as a potential All-American this season, which you never see out of a school like New Mexico State. But then they have a very good quarterback, a 5th-year senior in Tyler Rogers. And the offense in general in Las Cruces is very good. They took Kentucky to the wire last season, a solid SEC team. But defensively, they struggle. They gave up almost 3,000 yards rushing a year ago. And for ASU, it's going to be interesting to see a team that is breaking in a couple new offensive linemen, a team that didn't run the ball very well last year. If they can get off to a good start this Thursday night, I think they will. I think it can grow from there for the rest of the year.
Well, there's a lot of storylines heading into the season opener for the Sun Devils in less than 3 days away. We'll have all the coverage for you before and after the game. For Jack Harris, I'm Chaz Frazier. We'll see you guys then.